The next match on Dynamite was Kris Statlander versus Riho.
You know what? They always treat it like a surprise when she returns. It's always a surprise. I always pop like, oh my God, she's still there. Riho, an AEW original.
Well, they treat it like it's always a surprise. Rather, they keep it secret until the last minute so that the people won't run off. Is another way of looking at it.
You know, I want to give her a chance, and I want to.
No.
I want to. I try. I really do want to, because unlike you, I'm a good-hearted person. I want to. And as soon as she comes out there and she does the smile and the wave like she's a little girl, it's like, oh, come on. I can't take this seriously, let alone the fact that she's half the size of her opponents and they sell for everything and take German suplexes and everything from her. But I want to, but she's ridiculous. She is your kid doing the moves they see on wrestling to you and you going along with it.
Yes.
So it gets a reaction because the kid is doing a good job of mimicking the wrestlers. But on its face, it's ridiculous. And I'm not saying all small wrestlers are ridiculous, but Riho is.
Well, no, at some point, when you're this small, it's ridiculous, especially with Kris Statlander. Why book that? Why embarrass and minimalize and bury one of the only girls you got on your roster that actually looks like she could be a star if there was some fucking quality training available? I suggest, Chris, follow Jane Cargill. Map out her route. Call Stamford. Whatever the fuck. Are you and Miss Cargill friends? Now is the time to exploit that friendship. I was so embarrassed. And because not only, ladies and gentlemen, who didn't watch this program, and I know there's a bunch of you out there, Riho gave up a foot in height, 75 pounds in weight, and I don't know what the phrase is for how you measure talent, but she gave up a lot of that too to Statlander, and Statlander had to figure out how not to accidentally break her in fucking half for 10 minutes, and then Riho rolled her up 1, 2, 3. So, I mean, it's not about, well, we blamed Twinkle Toes, Kenny Olivier for so long because of his weird fixation on this Japanese underground wrestling business that he was involved in, where they wrestle these small 9-year-old girls and people dressed as giant pandas and whatever the fuck's going on over there in that crowd. But he's home. He's in a hospital. He's out. It can't even be explained at this point. You could have blackmail material on a motherfucker, and they wouldn't be pushing for you to get pushed like this. This is some warped thought of Tony Khan that this girl should actually be a professional wrestler and deserves to be on national television. And until he comes to a moment of clarity, apparently everybody's going to have to put up with this, and talent at some points is going to have to fucking stooge for this business. And it's embarrassing.
I remind you, in the past, Tony Khan has stated that Riho was a ratings mover, a ratings draw, and that was one of the justifications for her being used.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute, I'm sure, and maybe we'll just see if that's borne fruit or if he's gone Fruit Loopy.